So what were the biggest challenges starting the parish from at the very beginning? What were the most difficult things that you had to deal with?
The most difficult thing was space, because when you borrow a school, you have to be in at a certain time and out at a certain time.
Yes.
Understandably, because the school have to get ready for their. So we have the exact time we have to be in and out. That was very difficult. So on Saturday, for example, we have the school from 3 till I believe 7.
Okay.
Because Mass was at 5. So we have in that time. So we go in.
Set up.
While they're setting up, I'm hearing confession. Right? So, because we don't really have a place.
Yes.
While they're setting up, I'm hearing confession. And then right at time for Mass, we celebrate Mass. We finish. We have to get things out and get out.
Yes.
And on Sunday, same thing. We have a limited time. So we have to get in at a certain time to set things up and celebrate the Mass. And then we have to take out all the chairs, all the table, put the school back. That was a lot of work. Every weekend, in rain or shine, you drive the U-Haul, you drive the trucks there, and you set it up, and you have to make sure you get it out. So if we have to have some community time and things, it's very hard because you have to be in and out. It was very challenging to every weekend, right, load things up and unload things. Because everything we see in the church, we provided.
Oh, yeah.
The school provided half of the chair, but everything else we have to bring. So that was very challenging. But the community is amazing because it draws goodness out of the people. People stay and help. But sometimes it was raining like crazy, and we now there bringing things in, and it's wet. And and also the space in there is very limited. So you have a certain space to set up. And
yes.
So it was wild to not have a place for that, and I wanted to have a place to meet with people, to have confession, to have meeting, and it was very hard. And the office was based out of St. Bart, so I was living at Wallace, officing out of St. Bart, celebrating Mass over here in Katy. Yes, so it was very.
So you're Wallace, Katy, and then Richmond.
That's
Richmond
right.
Richmond full share.
Yeah. So it was like this triangle. It was challenging. You don't really have a place to nurture the community. That's why it's so important. I mean, from our experience, that we want to make sure the Mass is beautiful. It gathers the people. But our faith doesn't stop when we leave on Sunday. When we leave the church, that's when we live. So it's so important to build community, to nurture the heart. The transfiguration experience is important. But the Lord said, no, you don't stay there. Now you go down and you walk to Calvary, where the daily dying and living the faith become part of who we are.
Yes.
So I just remember not having a place to meet as a community, to pray, to celebrate the sacraments.
Must be tough.
That was very, very hard. Like when somebody passed away, we have to borrow a church, right? We have to call the neighboring church. Do you have a place so we can come and celebrate the funeral?
Yes.
Having confirmation, the second year, like we can't just confirm them in the warehouse.
I remember.
It was very hard. I feel like a father, and you have children, and you want to provide for them, but you don't have the means. You don't have.
Where was that confirmation Mass? Was that in?
The first one was out there at Our Lady of Guadalupe.
Yes.
But did you know the amazing thing in your liking is you find that God provide. All the parishes, they play around us. They play such an important role.
Yes.
In supporting us. I could imagine it's so difficult, because for a long time they have to encourage, say, people, if you're there, go help them.
Yes.
Go. It's hard. But they did that so graciously, and I'm so thankful.
And it kind of connects the parishes together.
Yes.
Too.
And they were always, the pastors, as hard as it was, they always was very supportive of me. I'm so thankful for that.
I remember when we were in the choir singing for that one confirmation Mass, so envious of this big church that they had. I said, wow, and here we are under a basketball hoop singing.
And the other
songs.
difficult thing was, like when we were officing out the house.
Yes.
Whenever we have, because we had that little house that we have near the school.
Yes.
That was the storage, the warehouse. All the thing on Sunday we packed them in the garage. The bedroom was the office, and the small living room was the parish hall. So sometimes we had meetings, and there's a lot of car parked in the neighborhood. I'm always thinking, when is my neighbor gonna come and kill me? Whenever we have daily mass in the living room, I remember when we have 50 youth, our first youth meeting squeezed into that.
Wow.
Oh, that was stressful. And then when we moved to the warehouse, whenever we have like a holy obligation, like an Ash Wednesday.
Yes.
Oh, it's terrible because we took all the parking lot in the business.
Yes.
And they were so mad at us.
I remember that very first Ash Wednesday Mass. It was at this community center. Do you remember that one?
That's right, yeah.
And it was so packed.
Yeah.
There, you couldn't find any aisles when communion happened.
Yeah.
All the cars were just all over the place.
That was stressful, yeah. I said, Lord, please, please don't let any fire or anything happen because we are so packed in there. It's only, we don't do that. It's only for like once a year for things like that, or for Christmas or for Ash Wednesday that we have to deal with that. It was so hard. I remember. People were so patient, as we grow. I'm so thankful. I'm eternally thankful for that, the community. It's amazing.
It was funny because we were all packed in there, and I remember you saying, just remember this moment because we're going to look back on this when we have our own home.
Yeah. We'll remember this difficult time together, But you know what I have to say? What I so love about our community is people don't have to go to a school for Mass. They don't have to go to a business like a little like a business
in that
warehouse for Mass, or to the community center for Mass. It's not glorious. It's not beautiful, but they came, and I am so grateful for that. But it also teaches us a lot of things. Is that what? It's the community that make the Mass. When we love the Lord, it's like if a family really fall in love, they may live in a small, poor house, but the families are in love. And that's what makes you a family.
Yes.
A family may live in a very big, gigantic house with every means. But if they always are fighting and arguing and they're struggling and they are unfaithful and they're not happy. But I think God is so real. We could be very lacking and we don't have all these things. But you truly experience love and God's presence. Yet we learn so much about that in terms of Sunday experience.
Yes.
We may not have the glorious basilica, but if we have faith, if we have love, then God is truly present. And you and I remember those experiences. When you truly, truly feel God is with us. And there's this joy, even though we were, squeezed in and we sat on the floor and but you feel that presence, that love, and I'm so grateful for that. The people of God who's willing to say, you know what? It's not a beautiful, glorious church, but I'll go there. We'll build this community together. And I'm so grateful. And that's what our people are doing, We don't have our glorious church yet. But you know what? We're building the church that is not made out of bricks and mortar, but is made of, as St. Paul said it, the living stones. And that's so beautiful. I'm so grateful for that. Every Sunday, since day one, I don't tell people this too often, but I go up there and I see a perspective that people don't see because I'm up there. I look out and I see the community, and I just love the community. They don't have to be here. It's not a glorious church, but they are here. We don't have everything, but your people are here, and they want to build this temple made out of living stone together. They want to build together, And for that, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. And that's why I love so much this community. And that's what I love about. I'm so thankful for the opportunity to do that.